Hi, Mo Guy here today. I've had diesel vehicles for about, I don't know, 21, 22 years. When I first started having diesel vehicles, you always heard problems with water or gas in the diesel, all kinds of things. So one of the things I started doing 20 years ago, and I still do it today, is I check the fuel at the pump before I put it in my car. When things started to change in around 2007, 2008, they went with a low sulfur content diesel, I guess is what you'd call it. It became even more important. Sulfur acted as a lubricant in the diesel, and this allowed the pumps to be self lubricating. This turned out to be a problem with VWs. Um, they had a problem with their pumps because of the lack of sulfur and lubrication. Didn't have that problem in my old Ford van because it was, one of those diesels that basically took anything. Uh, I now have a diesel Tahoe, so I just continue to check my fuel before I put it in the tank. It's easy to do. The kit's easy, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, what we have here today is we have various bottles here that show clean diesel and some of the contaminations, okay? This is clean diesel here, all right? You can see, looking through it, that it's yellow, a pale yellow. This shows good diesel, all right? This is what you want to look for when you're looking before you put your fuel in your pump. This is water contaminated diesel. All right, as you can see, it's cloudy. Now, I put a lot in here, so there's a separation down here, but it remains cloudy even though this has been sitting a while, okay? If you shake it up, it really looks bad, all right? But this will settle out and you'll see what it was before. This, even though this is water, it's to make a point. This is what diesel will look like when it doesn't have enough sulfur. The yellow gets paler and until sometimes it's clear. Now, I've had this problem and I've had this problem on cross-country road trips when I was on cross-country road trips. I stopped at a station and it was cloudy. I went to the next one. Another station somewhere along the road was real clear. This here, it gets a little bit harder because this is contaminated with gasoline. Now, this is half gasoline in here, okay? And this is diesel. As you can tell, there's a little bit lighter color, but not a whole lot. So it's hard to tell the difference when diesel is contaminated with gasoline. Now, what you can do is you can take the cap off, or you're going to have the cap off when you put your pump in there anyway, and you can smell a difference when it has gasoline in it. Anyway, this is what it looks like. Some of the things you look for before you put diesel in your van or your car, truck, whatever. All right. The one thing I don't show here is sediment. I mean, if you see black in the bottom anywhere, I wouldn't pump it either. Anyway, this is what you look for. This is my kit to test my diesel. It's just a shoebox container, my glass jar. You don't want to use plastic because it won't hold up. And this is my funnel to put the fuel back in whatever vehicle I'm driving. All right. You need one with a long neck, and I'll show you why when we get to the cars. I just take the lid off, pump a little diesel in it, and then, you pump a little diesel in it and you get your fuel. You hold it up so you can check it. And then when you're done, you just pour this in the funnel into your vehicle. Okay? So you've checked your diesel and you know it's clean. You insert your funnel, and that's why I have this one shaped like this instead of just a round one. And you just take your diesel and you pour it in here. You pull this back out and fill up your car. Now this is a late model Tahoe diesel. Now this one's a little different, and that's one reason why you need this long neck. There's a flap at the top, and then further down in the fill up, there's an area that needs to actually be pressed down. Whoop, see how I popped that out? So you're going to have to hold it. So again, push down the flap. Okay, that'll hold. And then you just pour your diesel in, pull this back out, and you can pump the rest of your fuel. Just as a follow-up on this, this is my kit. This is what I carry in my little shoebox. Fits right in. Lid can go on it. Fits in the car. Also, this is clean diesel. This is diesel with gasoline. This is diesel with water in it. And this is diesel without enough sulfur in it. So if you get any of these, find another station. And as a follow-up on this, make sure you're not on empty before you go to a diesel fuel stop. Because if any of these show up, you're going to be shit out of luck. Always make sure you fill it before it gets too low. These are my thoughts. This is what I do. You don't have to.